On Valentine's Day of 2026, Carabiner Collections, a queer library in rural Texas, hosted their first fundraising event called Queerly Beloved. This event featured storytellings from queer elders alongside a delightful whiskey tasting. Today's video will recap this unforgettable night, but more importantly, it serves as a reminder that queer stories don't just live in libraries or on our screens, they can be written at any time without us even recognizing it. And they always have been. So to recap, Carabiner Collections is an LGBTQ nonprofit library dedicated to bringing queer literature to the Brazos Valley of Texas. We believe every book we share helps build a community where every story matters and every person feels seen, supported, and celebrated. In honor of this, last year we hosted Brazos Valley's first Pride Book Fair, an event that celebrated queer authors and artists while also celebrating pride in rural Texas. And we're working hard to do this again. It was sommelier Lena Clark who first offered their performance as Duchess Adore Me for the Queerly Beloved fundraising event. In addition, artist Beck Haberstroh sought a collaboration for their art exhibition, Always Have Been, which is an acknowledgement of handwritten inscriptions passed between queer readers from books found in the Don Kelly collection of gay literature and culture. The day began with Beck's exhibition. They beautifully displayed the handwritten pieces from LGBTQ people of our past and enlighten the audience about the understanding of the history behind the text. They took photographs of these old books and recorded audio of us reading the personal notes aloud. Here's one of the first photographed inscriptions. It reads, "Gavin, it isn't who we're becoming, it's who we've always been." So, in the 19th century, the practice of printing photographs typically used salt. But instead, Beck combines queer performance with experimental photography and uses their own sweat to produce photograms of these book inscriptions. Beck says, "We celebrate the care, touch, and labor that preserves archives, and explore how archives in turn give us the energy to endure." Beck invited Carabiner Collections to bring books so guests could take part in writing their own inscriptions. And moving forward, we'd love to carry this practice into our own LGBTQ library as well. Anyone who checks out a book is welcome to leave a message on its first page for the next reader. Following Beck's event was Queerly Beloved, and Beck was able to connect us with some queer elders that wrote the very inscriptions they had just photographed. These lovely people shared some beautiful stories about the messages they left behind and where it led them to now. The speakers that were able to present for Queerly Beloved included Beck Haberstroh, Don Kelly, Beatrice Stewart, and Katrina Stewart. Thank you for sharing your stories. Now introducing our lead sweetheart of Queerly Beloved, the radiant beauty who inspired the entire event, the world's best level 2 black queer woman whiskey sommelier, Duchess Adore Me. After each reading, Duchess swept into the stage in a flurry of glitter and awe, captivating everyone in the room. She led an interactive whiskey tasting that pulled the audience into the fun, keeping the spirits high and the celebration flowing. While the show went on, so did the hors d'oeuvres that lured guests to review the various silent auction items, all of which were graciously donated by artists and local businesses. But first, thank you to our lavender sponsor, Sunflower Lactation and Health Education. And thank you to our other monetary sponsor, the Pride Community Center of the Brazos Valley. Next, I'd like to thank our artists of the evening, Jacq Groves presenting Primordial Mullet, Solena Aguilar presenting We Have Time, Transcestor Reed, Loren Smith presenting Hush Puppy and Dusty by the Pool, Amanda Olbrich presenting Fiber Accessories, Sydney Wilson with Pumpkin Girl Studio presenting Silver Crown and Gold Tiara, Soleil Gignac presenting Full Bodied, and Jordan Gignac presenting Quilt in Progress. And finally, thank you to the businesses that donated their products for the auction as an in-kind sponsor. Package in Austin with Pleasure Paraphernalia, Marky Hughes Styling with a closet refresh session, Anonymous with Pleasure Paraphernalia, The Pickle Witch with 4 pickle jars of various flavors, Hyperbole Bookstore with a book basket, The Book Nook with a book basket, Lonestar Meadery with a bottle of mead and a free flight coupon, Libations Liquor with a Valentine's Day tequila, and Twin Liquors with a wine combo pack. Though this event was considerably limited, I hope that parts of the experience could still resonate for those who did not get the opportunity to attend. Queer literature is important, queer stories are everywhere, and queer stories can be made at any moment. And they always have been. From all of us at Carabiner Collections, thank you and happy post-Valentine's Day.